Did you know that in the world of streaming, cheating is like eating a slice of pizza in a weight loss competition? Now that's what we call a slice of deceit. In the vast landscape of streaming where every click and view counts, the temptation to cheat can be as irresistible as a hot, cheesy slice of pizza. But just like that slice can tip the scales in a weight loss contest, cheating in streaming can tip the scales of fair play, making the game a little less fun for everyone. Now, let's set the stage for the tales of trickery we're about to unfold. Picture this, a bustling stream, viewers pouring in, comments flying left and right, and in the midst of all this, our streamer, blissfully unaware of the brewing storm. This is the tale of the Innocent Bystander, a streamer caught in a whirlwind of deception, without even realizing what was happening. Imagine playing your favorite game, streaming it for the world to see, when all of a sudden you're accused of cheating. The kicker? You're as clueless about the cheat as the next person. This is not a fictional scenario but the unfortunate reality of our first instance. A streamer, simply enjoying the game, becomes the unsuspecting face of a cheat scandal. Imagine being caught in a cheat storm without an umbrella of innocence. Ever accidentally texted the wrong person? Now imagine accidentally cheating on a live stream. Our second case takes us to a streamer who, in a twist of fate, stumbled upon a cheat while live. It all started on a regular day. The streamer was engrossed in their game, eyes glued to the screen, fingers nimbly dancing on the keyboard. Their audience was watching eagerly, anticipating their next move. Suddenly, out of the blue, the game started behaving oddly. The character began moving faster, hitting harder, and seemed invincible. The streamer, bewildered, tried to figure out what was happening. It was as if they had stumbled upon a secret power, a hidden treasure. But alas, it wasn't a treasure. It was a cheat code, accidentally enabled. The audience was quick to notice the unusual gameplay. Comments started pouring in, pointing out the anomaly. The streamer, still oblivious, continued to play, unaware of the brewing storm. It wasn't until a viewer sent a message explaining the situation that the streamer realized their blunder. The look of shock and embarrassment on their face was priceless. They quickly disabled the cheat, apologizing profusely to their viewers. But the damage was done, and the event has since been etched in the annals of streaming history. And that's how you turn an oops into an oh no. Some people cheat and feel guilty, others, not so much. Moving on to our third instance, we're dealing with a different kind of player, one who's just a tad bit bolder. This streamer didn't just cheat, they relished in it, showing no remorse whatsoever. Now that's a wild ride. Imagine in the middle of a live stream, the streamer pulls a fast one. Suddenly their gameplay is flawless, their moves are slick, and their score is skyrocketing, but the audience isn't fooled. They're quick to spot the cheat, and the chat room is suddenly ablaze with accusations. But does this streamer hang their head in shame? No way. They're unapologetic, even brazen. They're not just playing the game, they're playing the system. And they're not about to let a few angry viewers get in their way. The backlash from the community was, as you can imagine, intense. Fans were outraged, critics were scathing, and the streamer became a sort of internet pariah. Yet they remained defiant, sticking to their guns in the face of harsh criticism. They even had the audacity to say, "If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying." Talk about a bold statement. It's a wild world out there in the gaming sphere, and this streamer certainly left their mark, for better or worse. Whether we admire their audacity or condemn their tactics, one thing's for sure. They certainly stirred the pot. Guess some people prefer the cheat life. If at first you don't succeed, cheat again. We've all heard that old saying, but let's dissect it through the experience of our fourth offender on the list. This streamer seems to have taken this adage to heart, being caught red-handed not once, not twice, but multiple times. Now you would think after the first instance they would have learned their lesson, but no, like a moth to a flame, this streamer was drawn back to the tantalizing allure of cheating. It's a classic case of the repeat offender, a scenario that leaves you shaking your head in disbelief. The consequences were swift and severe. Their reputation took a massive hit, with the gaming community responding with a resounding outcry. They faced bans, loss of sponsorships, and a significant drop in followers. It was a steep price to pay for a few fleeting moments of ill-gotten glory. Yet despite the backlash, our repeat offender seemed unfazed, almost defiant. They wore their bans like badges of honor, a twisted testament to their disregard for fair play. While most of us strive to make it to the top of the leaderboard, they seemed content to rack up an impressive tally in the Hall of Shame. And that, dear friends, is the tale of our fourth offender, A story of repeated transgressions, a stubborn refusal to learn, and the dire consequences that follow. An example of how not to game, a lesson in what not to do. That's one way to get a high score in the Hall of Shame. Ever heard of a cheat apologist? Well, now you have. Let's dive into the murky waters of our fifth instance where a streamer didn't just cheat, but boldly defended their actions. This one's a real doozy. Picture this. A popular streamer, known for their killer skills and quick wit, suddenly finds themselves in a sticky situation. They're caught red-handed, using a cheat code live on stream. But instead of admitting their mistake, they double down. They claim that cheating is part of the game, a strategy even, and that it adds to the enjoyment. You can imagine the uproar. Viewers are shocked, and the chat box explodes with outrage. People start questioning the streamer's integrity, their previous victories, and the authenticity of their skills. The backlash is swift and harsh, but our apologist isn't swayed. They defend their stance, arguing that the game developers wouldn't have included cheat codes if they weren't meant to be used. They insist that it's not about winning dishonestly, but about exploring different aspects of the game. This controversial stance sparks a heated debate among the gaming community, with some agreeing, while many others vehemently disagree, calling for a ban on the streamer. The consequences are significant. They lose followers, their reputation takes a hit, and they face penalties from the game developers. And so, we're left with a poignant reminder that in the world of streaming, actions have consequences. Even if you try to justify your actions, cheating still leaves a bitter taste. Talk about bending the rules to your favor. Some people are good at games, others are good at cheating at games. Now let's dive into our sixth case. This one is a bit different. We're not talking about a casual cheater here, but someone who had almost turned cheating into an art form. This streamer, who we'll call the cheat guru for lack of a better term, was caught using advanced cheating mechanisms that shocked the entire gaming community. The cheat guru wasn't just using aimbots or wall hacks, oh no. This streamer was employing a sophisticated blend of cheats, some of which were so advanced, they were virtually undetectable. It was as if they had a PhD in cheating. The cheat guru was not a novice in this field, they were a seasoned veteran, a master of the dark arts of gaming deception. The community was taken aback when the truth came out. The shock wasn't just because the cheat guru was a popular streamer, but because the level of sophistication in their cheating strategies was something unseen before. It was like discovering a hidden world, a subterranean layer beneath the surface of the gaming world, where cheats were not just cheap tricks, but elaborate schemes. There were consequences, of course. When you play with fire, you're bound to get burned. The cheat guru was banned from the platform they were streaming on, their reputation was tarnished, and the trust of their fan base was irrevocably damaged. But it wasn't just about the punishment, it was a wake-up call for the entire gaming community about the lengths some people would go to in order to win. The cheat guru's story serves as a reminder that cheating is not just about gaining an unfair advantage, it's about integrity, trust, and the spirit of fair play. It's about respecting the game and the people you play with. Who knew cheating could be so sophisticated? But remember, no matter how advanced the cheat, the truth always has a way of coming to light. Some cheaters are so good, they could write a book. Now, let's dive into the seventh instance where a streamer was caught orchestrating a massive cheat operation. This isn't your run-of-the-mill cheat code, no. This was an operation that would make even the most notorious mafia bosses raise their eyebrows. Picture this: a streamer, respected and loved by many, revealed to be the puppet master behind an elaborate cheat operation. The gaming community was left in shock, but the evidence was irrefutable. This streamer had been pulling strings, manipulating games, and influencing outcomes all along. The operation was so sophisticated that it took months for the community and game developers to piece together the puzzle. It started with subtle gameplay anomalies that were initially brushed off as glitches. But as these glitches became more frequent, they drew the attention of vigilant gamers and developers. What followed was an investigation that could rival a blockbuster detective movie. The community rallied together, pulling apart gameplays and scrutinizing every move. It was like watching a house of cards collapse in slow motion. The shock was palpable, but the sense of betrayal was even more profound. The fallout was swift and severe. The streamer was banned from the platform, their reputation tarnished beyond repair. They were shunned by the community they once held in the palm of their hands. This incident served as a stark reminder of the consequences of cheating, not just for the guilty party but for the entire gaming community. This was more than just a cheat, it was a violation of trust, a breach of the unspoken code of honor among gamers. It was a stark reminder of the dark side of gaming, where ambition and greed can lead to the downfall of even the most beloved figures. But one thing's for sure, this incident brought the gaming community closer. It was a wake-up call, a rallying cry for fair play and integrity. As the dust settled, the community emerged stronger, more vigilant, and more committed to preserving the spirit of fair competition. Talk about a cheat operation gone wrong! Hold on to your seats, folks, because this one is a shocker. We're diving into the 8th instance of streamers caught red-handed, where the reveal was nothing short of a thunderbolt. Picture this, a streamer, popular, adored, and admired by thousands if not millions around the globe. They've built a reputation on their gaming prowess, their charming personality, and their seemingly unshakable integrity. But then, out of nowhere, the unthinkable happens. The streamer, who we'll call Stargamer for the sake of anonymity, was live streaming a popular multiplayer game. Everything seemed normal. The gameplay was intense, the chat was buzzing, and Stargamer was at the top of their game. Then, in the blink of an eye, something unusual happened. Stargamer executed a move that was impossible to pull off without some kind of assistance. The sharp-eyed viewers picked up on it immediately, and the chat exploded. The shock rippled through the community like a tidal wave. How could Stargamer, a beacon of gaming excellence, resort to cheating? Disbelief turned into disappointment, and disappointment into outrage. The community was left reeling, their trust shattered. Consequences were swift and severe. The game developers banned Stargamer's account permanently, a harsh penalty reserved for only the most serious offenses. Sponsors began to withdraw their support, and the once bustling chat was now filled with angry comments and disillusioned fans. The fall from grace was steep and brutal, but the most significant consequence was perhaps the damage to Stargamer's reputation. Trust, once lost, is hard to regain, especially in the unforgiving world of online gaming. The community felt betrayed, their admiration replaced with skepticism. Stargamer's story serves as a stark reminder of how quickly things can unravel when honesty is compromised. The aftermath of this shocking revelation continues to echo in the world of streaming. It's a harsh lesson that, in the pursuit of fame and glory, integrity should never be sacrificed. Because when the truth comes out, as it invariably does, the fall can be devastating. And just like that, a star falls. And now, for the ultimate cheat. Drumroll please. Now we plunge into the 9th instance of a streamer caught red-handed in a cheat scheme of epic proportions. This tale is legendary, a veritable magnum opus of deception. This streamer, who we'll refer to as the Phantom, had set up an elaborate system of bots and fake viewers to dominate the charts. But as they say, pride comes before a fall. The shockwave that swept through the community was seismic. The Phantom, once a beloved figure, had fallen from grace, and the sense of betrayal was palpable. The aftermath? Well, let's just say it wasn't pretty. The Phantom was banned, their reputation shattered, their streaming career in ruins. It was a stark reminder that while cheating may offer temporary gains, the consequences are far-reaching and often irreversible. Cheating, 0. Justice, 1. Remember folks, in the end it's all about fair play and integrity. And that, folks, is our countdown of streamers caught cheating. We kicked things off with the innocent bystander who got caught up in the whirlwind of cheating, not even realizing their own mistake. Then we saw the accidental cheater, who found themselves in hot water without any malicious intent. We moved on to the unrepentant cheat and the repeat offender, showing us that some people never learn their lessons. We had the cheat apologist who tried to justify their actions, and the cheat guru, who made a career out of teaching others how to cheat. But let's not forget the Cheat Mastermind, the genius behind some of the most elaborate cheating schemes. The shocking reveal gave us a jolt, and finally, the ultimate cheat left us all in disbelief. Remember, in the world of streaming, cheating might seem like a shortcut, but it's a shortcut to failure. Until next time, keep it fair and square.